Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Richard from TraderLion, and in today's Tuesday tutorial, we'll be talking about how to develop a pre-market routine which will set you up for success during the trading day. And this is kind of a follow-up to the video that I posted this past weekend about the weekend routine, and both of these combined really allow you to be prepared and basically ready to take advantage of any opportunities that come when the market opens. So with that said, let's jump right in. And if you do enjoy this video, please go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already to the TraderLion channel. So here's what we'll cover in today's video. First, we'll discuss situational awareness, why that's so important. Then we'll discuss how to check up on your positions, check up on your focus list, look for earnings gappers, high volume moves, how to set your daily focus list and develop your battle plan for that upcoming day. And of course, check in on yourself. How are you doing? How are you feeling overall? And we'll wrap things up with some key takeaways. So first things first, let's talk about situational awareness, which is so important when it comes to trading. You basically want to ask yourself these questions here. What are the current market conditions? How have my recent trades performed? Are there many setups out there, and have these setups been working? Where are we in the market cycle? Are we kind of extended from that turn, that first proper buy point? Are we above or below the bolded pivot? And this is basically a TL private, a TraderLion private market timing tool, which if you want to know more about, check out the link in the description. And lastly, is this an offense day or a defense day? Basically, how aggressive do I want to be in the current environment? And all these questions you basically want to ask yourself and determine how much exposure do I want in the current environment. Moving on, we've got a little bit more on situational awareness. Basically, ask yourself, how are we opening? Is it a gap up, a gap down? How are things going to respond from that point, and how am I going to react to how stocks respond? And basically, how are my focus lists and positions responding in pre-market, and what trends in terms of industry groups do I see? All of these can kind of give hints to how the market is going to perform and where to kind of focus your attention on that particular day. And this first bullet point, I think, is very important. On a gap up, you want to kind of be ready. You don't want to just kind of jump in because of FOMO. You want to have a plan going in, and basically whether stocks gap up and continue to trend or gap up and fade, you want to be ready regardless. And similarly with a gap down, be ready for whatever can happen. And you'll see that at the bottom of the screen on most of these slides. So basically, how will I respond to whatever can happen today? Visualize everything beforehand, so when it actually happens, you're ready, you've already thought things through, and it's just about execution. Moving on, let's talk about checking in on your positions. Basically, you want to ask yourself, what current positions do I have on? Update any stop losses that need to be updated. How much total exposure do I have on? How much total risk do I have on? How I manage each position today depending on market conditions. And basically, if this happens, know what you're going to do and how you're going to respond. If this, then that. And down here, as I said, be ready for anything. And basically just go through this checklist, make sure you're up to date and know what you own, and also how much total risk you have on. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. And also just kind of grade your positions, know what are your kind of top ideas and what positions you're willing to kind of let go if we do see some dramatic market weakness. Moving on, let's talk about earnings gappers and high volume movers. Basically, you want to keep track of what stocks report earnings last night. Is there anything that's potentially actionable on a gap up this upcoming day? And also what stocks are moving on very high volume in pre-market that can kind of clue you in on moves that could happen that day, or just stocks that you should have on your watch list in general, and then look for setups at a later date. And basically add any new ideas to your weekly universe list so you keep track of them. And once again, be ready for anything. I'm going to say that a bunch of times. Whatever happens, you should have a plan going forward. So it's all just about execution. You don't have to make any new decisions during the actual trading day. Moving on, let's talk about the weekly focus list checkup. Basically, what stocks on this list are directionally actionable today? Those will then be moved to your daily focus list. Do any stocks need to be added to this list from maybe earnings gappers or high volume movers? And as I already said, what are my top few ideas to add to my daily focus list? You basically want to focus on as few names as possible so you can really go out there and execute. Next up, we've got setting your daily focus list and developing your battle plan. So basically, as I've mentioned a few times, choose a select few names to watch carefully that day. Set levels, alerts in advance at key pivot points and just before that as well. You can decide your position sizes and stop losses in advance. So once again, it's all just about execution during the trading day. And also, it's very important to know the price action you need to see to basically act. So are you waiting for volume? Are you looking for a burst through this particular pivot? Keep that in mind and know that beforehand. So once again, you just have to see it and then you can react. You don't need to make a whole new decision. Additionally, you want to decide in advance how active you will be at the open, or will you just kind of wait and watch the first 30 minutes and let price action kind of play itself out and set the tone for the overall day. And once again, be ready for anything. Lastly, we've got the mindset check-in. Basically, keep track of how you are feeling that morning. Did you sleep well? Did you exercise? Do you feel ready and prepared for the trading day? Are you centered emotionally, or are you too enthusiastic or frustrated and might make kind of a rash decision because of those emotions coming in? And basically mentally prepare yourself and visualize anything that can happen that upcoming trading day and be ready for anything. As I've said multiple times, that's so important. And to wrap things up, here are the key takeaways from this video. Basically, you need to set up a pre-market routine to set yourself up for success during that trading day. And if you're not getting the kind of the performance that you desired and you feel like at the open, you're kind of all over the place, a pre-market routine can help you out immensely. Also, you need to have that situational awareness, know where you are in the market cycle, know how aggressive or defensive you want to be during that particular day. And as I've said multiple times, be ready for whatever can happen. This is kind of the key point of this video. Set yourself up for success, so you're ready to react based on whatever the market throws at you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe if you're new to the TraderLion channel. And I'll see you guys in future videos. Thanks.